So we went and visited Venecia Italian Restaurant, and it's located in Kettering. And we're going to go ahead and do a food review. If you're not already familiar, I'm Jonas Hubbard. I'm the broker owner of Streetlight Realty, and this is Katie Masters.
What? You can't just do that.
Passing it over to you. Whatever your role and title is, you let them know.
Realtor at Streetlight Realty.
All right, there you go. So just so we can kind of paint a picture of exactly where Venecia Italian Restaurant is, I'm going to let you know it is right off of Whip Road. If you know where Mark's grocery store is, it's just a little bit beyond that if you're passing over Bigger. And it's just before Mark's if you're coming from the other direction. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into what it is that we ordered and what our opinions were. Go ahead.
All right, well, I got the chicken New York style roll, which was like mozzarella cheese and had like some really big pieces of chicken in it.
Now, the one thing I want to point out about this, when you told me you were getting this chicken New York style roll, I was like, okay, so I'm going to get a calzone. It's going to look different, but really it looked very similar to my calzone. So our meals end up looking similar, which is okay. Well, my guess was that they probably used the roll bread with so for an appetizer, we did get the garlic rolls. So I'm guessing that they used that bread or that style of bread for yours, and then mine was the pizza dough.
Well, I didn't taste yours, so unfortunately.
I like to put a lot of thought into bread. Bread's very important. Not all breads are the same.
They aren't. That is true. I mean, what? Donuts are a kind of bread.
There you go. Yeah, it wasn't made with donut bread.
It was not.
So you can give me crap all you want, but it's important to know what kind of bread these.
It was soft. It was delicious. It was easy to chew, and had lots of cheese.
Now I got the pepperoni, and I guess you're suggesting maybe I got something beyond pepperoni. If I did, it was probably pepperoni and sausage calzone. It's kind of silly that I can't remember what it is that I ordered, but
doesn't matter.
That's
you
me.
ate it.
Yeah, and it was delicious. It was actually really good. And I actually really like the garlic rolls as well.
Yeah, we put those down pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, places you go and, they're all buttered up just like these rolls were, and then you bite into them and they're still like really, really dry.
Yeah, no, these were soft, and I liked how they had the minced garlic even on top of them. Like that.
Yeah,
was,
you better like garlic if you're ordering these.
Yeah, if you don't like garlic, don't get their garlic rolls because they mean it when they when they named it. But there were 6 of them, and they were not like $6.99 or something. They were not unreasonably priced.
Yeah, let's see. I actually have Yelp pulled up.
They were delicious.
Let's take a look at their menu.
Well, we halved them and we put them down pretty quickly.
Appetizers. I see the garlic sticks. Everything on here is $6.99, so I'd imagine
I think
it was probably around $6.99, $5.99, something like that. My calzone.
It was $9.99.
Yep.
And mine was $9.99.
So.
$9.99. $9.99. Lots of nines.
Yeah, it was. I want to say we were under $40 with tip and everything by the time we walked out of there. So, the meals were huge.
Oh, ginormous.
Yeah, so
I have a picture of the of a knife next to my roll, and it's like 2 inches longer on both sides than the standard butter knife.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a cheap meal and then leave hungry. It's a cheap meal and it's a lot of food.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you were to go to Yelp, you will notice they have a 4.5-star review. They do have 51 reviews. And then I think we did this. No, is this the first time we're doing this on a YouTube video? The one-star review thing?
Yeah, this is the first time.
Okay. So we were kind of talking about it, and we thought it would be fun to take a look at some of the one-star reviews and kind of voice our opinion and see if we can try to understand where they're coming from. One thing that we understand is it's hard being self-employed. And it's especially difficult owning and operating a restaurant. You have one bad experience at a restaurant, people are never coming back type of thing. It's really hard to earn people's trust. So I'm one of those folks who, if I'm getting ready to go try something for the first time, yeah, sure, the 5-star reviews are pretty cool, but I always start with the 1-star reviews because I want to know what the complaints are.
Yeah.
And then that kind of is what will allow me to determine if I want to go try it out. So let's take a look at some of these, and we'll see if we can see any basis to it or not.
Okay.
The first one I got pulled up here is, it says, every time I call, I get no answer. Would like to actually try it, but how if they won't answer the phone?
What? Who calls a restaurant before go? I've never called a big chain restaurant, and
Yeah, I don't know. Like, are you just going to ask them, like, hey, is this
weird.
menu still legit, or do you guys really serve Italian food? I don't know what.
why would
What
that
would
be
you
a
be
one?
asking?
See, that's so unfair because that is not an actual review of the restaurant. That is a review of you not being able to reach them on the telephone.
Yep.
And that's not one and the same. That's a really unfair review.
I would agree with that. So Marilyn E. out of Bellbrook, back in March, this is what she had to say. Terrible. We were visiting this place for the first time today. It's a Sunday, and it was right about noon. First, we couldn't find which door was the front door. It was not clearly marked.
Okay.
I don't think we had any issues finding the front door.
There was one door that was locked.
But it says use the other door, and it
Yeah.
was just on the other
It's
side.
pretty standard
Um,
sign.
And there was a really good arrow pointing like that way.
Yeah, just have to pay attention. Open your eyes.
When we found out how to get in, must have been a real puzzle for Marilyn there.
Maze.
We stood inside the front door until someone finally showed up to tell us to sit anywhere, which we did. We were given menus, and then we sat and sat. No one came to get our drink order or to get food ordered, or to even check to see if we had any questions about the menu. After sitting for about 10 minutes, we got up and left. We will not go back. Not so good for a first impression.
Well, I can't speak on Maryland's, situation. I wasn't there, so maybe that did happen. But when we went, we never waited for drinks. We sat right down. We were handed our menus. The woman who was our waitress was on top of everything. So.
And the other thing is, this is not a huge restaurant. It's not like you're sitting inside of the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look up from your table and you see the entire restaurant in the kitchen.
Jinx.
The reason why that's important is you could have
Hello.
raised a hand or gotten up and said, hey, we're ready to order. Now, I get it. If you're really, really, really big into service, that could be a big faux pas for you. And I'm not saying you should bend over backwards for a restaurant, but to give a restaurant a 1-star review, I know a lot of times when I used to work retail, when people would complain about how long they were waiting or how long an order was or something like that, it was almost always over-exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
And
5 minutes became 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
Like, no,
So-
you haven't been here that long.
But I'm pretty sure had they have just, within a minute, let someone know, like, hey, we're ready to order, I'm sure it wouldn't have been
I'm
an
not
issue.
making excuses for the restaurant, but mistakes do happen and things get overlooked, especially if it was busy. She went, Sunday at noon? That's the church crowd at the restaurant. I mean, I don't know how busy they were, but sounds to me like they might have been slammed.
They don't really indicate whether they were busy or not on that one. Let's see. Carolyn M. out of Dayton. She said, oh, no, this is a 2-star review. We'll stop with this because I'm already starting to read it. This is one of our favorite restaurants in the area, but the last visit will most likely really be our last. Just like what I was saying, one bad experience, and all of a sudden it's not
One of your
their favorite.
favorites,
Yeah,
and
everything changed. The salad arrived and it was tiny. My husband always gets the eggplant marinara. It used to come with a casserole dish loaded with cheese. This time it was on a plate with a side of spaghetti. It didn't taste bad, but it was not what we had come to enjoy. The ambiance and servers have always just been okay, but without the food being what we expect, it brings down the whole rating. I had the pasta trio and the sauce didn't taste the same, and neither did the meatballs. Perhaps there are new owners, of course, as is the case pretty much everywhere right now. The prices have gone up. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is being nickeled and dimed because I prefer to use a credit card. See attached picture for the explanation. This happens to us at another Italian restaurant in the area, leading me to believe they are owned by the same person. We love supporting local businesses, but local businesses need to support us also.
well, nickel and dime, like what was the fee?
Listed, here's the picture. It says, pay with cash and save. Customer price notice. All prices listed, advertised, and quoted on the menus have a 4% cash discount incentive built into the pricing for cash. Any purchase made with a credit or debit card will not receive the cash discounted price. It's an interesting way of putting it. I can be totally honest. I looked at the final bill and was like, damn, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Now we went for lunch. It's not dinner. I understand that's going to be a little bit different. But honestly, I don't know that that's that big of a deal.
When did she post this review? I mean, that matters.
October. Oh, this one's actually pretty recent. So this one was like 2 months ago.
Really? So we know that we're having food shortages and...
Oh, and they had previously reviewed it as a 4-star.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have gone to restaurants that have been my favorite, like that are still my favorites, and I've had bad experiences at some of my favorite places. But I always go back because one server at that one time and one circumstance does not define all of them. I just feel like that's kind of harsh to go in and do a 2-star review unless like somebody like threw something on you. I don't know.
Well, and that's my thing. It's like, okay, if it's no longer your vibe, I don't think you need to try to drag a restaurant through the mud. It's funny because I didn't actually look at these reviews before I even made the comment of restaurants have it especially hard. So it went from her favorite to just being pure dog trash. Yeah. It's like, man.
That's kind of outrageous.
That's pretty finicky on your opinion.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about
it's like
heroin, but, you know, would hate to be a...
So, and our point here is we're not trying to discredit how these people feel about Venecia or any restaurant on the reviews we're going to read. What we would like to make clear here is that, you know, for those who are like me and you look at the negative reviews first or more heavily, the 4.5 stars I think is still warranted. And these are very personalized beefs that they have versus... you know, oh, we were served rotten chicken. You know, like, and most of that would be a serious complaint.
People don't get on there to give 5-star reviews. A lot of the times, you're only seeing negative reviews. So the fact that they've maintained 4.5 stars.
Hey, we haven't left our reviews yet.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure we do that. Yeah. We're going to offset these 1 stars.
Yeah, we're going to do a good job. Individually, too.
So if you've looked at Venecia and you've read some of the negative reviews and it's kind of held you back from going, just disregard it. It's a super small restaurant. If for whatever reason your server didn't walk by, it's not going to be that hard to flag someone down. They were super nice to us, and we were not kept waiting.
Yeah, you
we were in and out within an hour.
Side to the other.
Yep.
Hello. Help me, please. I'm thirsty.
But yeah, so those are pretty terrible 1-star reviews, and I snuck in a 2-star by accident.
Yeah, there you go.
So
do that sometimes.
That's our review for Venecia Italian Restaurant. We hope you make it out there sometimes. Sometimes. I didn't say that right.
All times.
That's all right. If you do, and you do it because you saw our YouTube video, if you wouldn't mind doing us a favor, leave a comment on our YouTube channel saying, hey, we ended up going out there and letting us know what your thoughts are on Venecia.
Or find us on the MiamiValleyExperience.com and find our article about Venecia.
I didn't even think about that, but we did launch that.
Yeah, please comment below and let us know if you tried it and what you loved, and maybe, hey, do you have a 1-star review?
We should probably do a separate video on that. But yeah, basically the Miami Valley Experience has also become a website.
Yes.
So, super cool. It's more than just a blog on our Streetlight Realtors channel. And it's more than just the YouTube and the newsletter we send out each week. So yeah, if you like what you saw here, do us a favor. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. That lets us know that you enjoy the content we're putting out there. And then always leave a comment because it helps with the algorithms.
Definitely.
And if you're watching this from the website, find your way to YouTube and still do it.
Yep. Like, subscribe, share.
There you go. Yeah, that is like the
cheesiest thing I've ever done.
That's all right. We're keeping all that in though.
Okay.
So, and that'll do it. Everybody have a great day.
You too. Bye.